What is up, everybody? It's your boy Doody back again with another video, and I'm here to take a small victory lap. I think I am. I think I'm ready to call it. This was one of my predictions when our boy DSP came on and did a video talking about his DSPReacts channel. And if you guys remembered, he talked about how it would be crowdfunded by memberships. And what would a membership to DSPReacts get you? It would get you three things. One, the weekly react show, the monthly long form react show, and lastly, the interview series, which of course Phil talked about pushing it off a little bit off. And of course your boy Doody didn't buy it. So let's hear Phil talk, and then I will provide my comments on this latest and breaking news.
Says, is the show DSP Asks It now dead to the drama, or will it be a plan for the future? Quite frankly, I don't know. Right now, I would like to focus on my own stuff. Just being honest, I'd like to keep DSP versus the internet going. I'd like to consistently do I'd like to consistently do some kind of media reviews, whether it's movies, shows, stuff like that. And the once a month big react, like that's my focus right now. Would I eventually maybe do that series, which was supposed to be an interview series? I might, but at this point, I don't think it makes sense to try to do it in the short term with all the nonsense and drama. I think it's a bad idea. So let's let all that calm down a bit before we look into it again. Okay.
Okay, folks, so I think your boy Doody is ready to take a victory lap here. If you guys remember, if you guys watch my content, the first day when he came on and did I think it was about a 30-minute segment talking about DSPReacts, the one thing that caught my eye was the interview series. And if you watch my video on it, I essentially claim that would never happen. Couple reasons why. Phil does not like to share the limelight. You know, his show, it's his show. All he wants to do is just make the focus on him, and if there's someone else taking some shine away from him, he doesn't like it. Point in case yesterday with Wings of Redemption and our boy Phil refusing to mod Wings, or even bringing him on to have a conversation. You know, he made up all these excuses, these very lame excuses that no one bought, and he looked like a fool essentially, because he didn't want to do it. And that is the same thing when it relates to this interview series. When he said he was pushing it along, or he was going to make it a focal point of his three-prong approach, I said it'll never happen. I doubt it will ever happen. He will find some excuse. He will blame someone, something. He will, whatever it is, he will use it as an excuse never to do it. And the funny thing is that when he talked about this channel and he talked about the perks of being a member, mind you, that was one of the perks. One of the perks was you were going to get an interview series. And that was essentially one of the reasons for becoming a member. Now he's pulling that back. Like, I knew he always would. He was never going to do that interview series. I'm sorry. There was no way. One, I don't think anyone interesting or worth their salt that, you know, cares about their career would ever go on to DSP. DSP is a sinking ship. He's an anchor around your neck, and you just want to stay away from the guy. Second, like I mentioned before, if the focus isn't on him, you know, that's a problem. I mean, you hear him go off and off on his chat whenever they're having conversations between each other, kind of ignoring Phil and talking about random things. Phil has a connip shit when that happens, and he starts going off and threatens to ban people if they're derailing or not paying attention or not engaging or what have you. So I had, when I heard him say that and that spiel, I basically said, yeah, it's never going to happen. And mind you, here today, after what occurred with the Side Scrollers podcast, with his interview, and the whole Keemstar deal, and the whole Review Tech USA, and him essentially, the whole internet trashing him for being a liar, now Phil uses that as an excuse that the whole internet is mistreating him, so he can't do the interview series. Yes, well, he says it, but then he talks about maybe in the future. Whenever you hear Phil say maybe in the future, it's not going to happen. Case in point, maybe in the future he may play with his members a first-person shooter game or something like that. Mind you that he dangled that a while back, and of course he complained that, oh, it'd be too much work or whatever, but maybe maybe we may make it a member goal or something. And it never happened. When Phil doesn't want to do something, he goes to the excuse of, we'll think about it, what maybe later, and it just never happens. He essentially hopes everyone forgets about it, doesn't talk about it, or doesn't care. And that's what you have here with the interview series that he promises members on the DSPReact channel, and now he's reneging on that and not willing to offer it as a perk. So the interesting thing is, will Phil be a stand-up dude and say, I'm not going to do this, and maybe reduce the cost of his membership, being that he's not giving everyone what he promised when he initially set this channel up, and when he set up the goals or the content that you would receive if you were a member. And now that we're more than likely 99.9% sure that he is not going to be providing any kind of interview series, should he go back and adjust the price for the memberships? I know if I was a member and someone said, hey, this is the perk you're going to get if you become a member, and then a couple months pass by and he basically says, no, I'm not going to do this, I'm either going to cancel my membership or I'm going to request something be provided in return for excluding a piece of content that you promised to provide. And I'm pretty sure Phil won't do any. He'll talk about how, oh, membership is you just supporting me because you like my content, not a promise that you will receive anything in return. No, Phil. When you couch this idea for DSPReact, you basically said it was going to be crowdfunded by memberships, and the perks you will receive for that membership are 3 series that I will provide to. And now you're essentially saying one will not happen. Or, you're saying maybe it won't happen, or maybe it'll be, but we all know when Phil says maybe, that's essentially a no. So, will Phil come back and be a man and stand up and either alter the price of his memberships, or will he offer something new in replacement for that piece of content not being available? And that is the question I have for Phil. So anyway, like I said before, I didn't think it was ever going to happen. You guys can check my video out. I called it when he first presented the idea to this channel. And of course, my stance was he doesn't like to share the limelight. And 2, there's no way he's going to open up himself up to questions or criticism by his guest. And thirdly, it would be too much work for him essentially. So, Phil's model is minimal effort for maximum profit, and of course the go-to not taking risk. And of course Phil will never take a risk. That is the reason why he didn't mod, that was the excuse. That was the reason why he didn't mod Wings of Redemption, because there was too much risk to his business. Oh my lord. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you agree with me, let me know in the comment section agree with me that this show will never happen, or if you disagree and you think it may happen, let me know. Comment in the comment section. Be there to reading them and commenting on as many as I can. All right, folks. Peace out.